We live, baby. We live, baby. Welcome back to the family barbecue. You know what I'm saying? This is family talk. Let's discuss it. It's your boy B. I said it's your boy B.
We don't got to order Jimbo.
Bruh, you next. And look at it.
Well, it is Nick.
Listen, everybody, if you don't know who I am, I'm gonna continue to pray for you. This is Chef Jimbo.
Yeah. How he gonna say if you don't know who I am like he wasn't gonna say his name? Just turn around and say his name.
Telly Chalavas, Mr. Who Loves Your Baby.
Yeah. I like that, Telly. I like that. Coach A, who we got today, bro?
Shecky.
No.
Shakina, this is my wife, Shakina.
Yeah,
Welcome to the
Say
show.
hi to
Welcome
the
to the
folks.
show.
Thank you.
You might have. Can y'all hear?
Yeah, we can hear. Hey man, we're gonna jump into some stuff today. We kind of a little disappointed to our female followers because this show is surrounded by you guys.
Guilt trip.
No, stop it, Coach.
Nah, this is guilt trip. Y'all should feel bad that none of y'all wanted to come on today.
Y'all didn't want to come hang out the barbecue. Thank you, Jimbo. Thank you.
Shoot.
Y'all didn't want to come hang out with us, but y'all got other things to say about us when we on here, but y'all didn't want to come and talk to us. So
I keep trying to teach y'all, man. You get more flies with honey.
We'll be back.
Tell them I ain't mad, baby. You know I ain't mad if you love it. Ain't nobody ever take this moment from me. So nigga, while I got it, the fuck it, it's all good. It's all good. Straight up, it's all good. Tell them it's all good. Tell them I ain't mad if they ain't know. You know I ain't mad if you love it. Ain't nobody ever take this moment from me. So nigga, while I got it, the fuck it, it's all good.
Hey, let me apologize to all of the ladies out there. Listen, we really would have loved to have you ladies on today.
Why you nigga?
Hey, let him do his thing. Let him do his thing.
You know, we're really disappointed that you beautiful, smart, educated women did not come on today.
He ain't got no game at all.
Because that was
lesson.
I didn't
Jimmy,
that I
Jimmy, use your radio voice and tell them.
Yeah, use that radio voice.
Yo. Check this
out. We love you, ladies. Don't take anything with what we saying as defense. We just playing around. We do that a lot with each other, so we just playing around, ladies. We really are just playing. We are disappointed though, although we were playing. We are disappointed. Coach A, man,
what's good? First of all, how's everybody doing?
Yeah, man. Let's say how everybody doing. How
y'all have a good week.
I'm good.
1 to 10. Where is everybody today?
Exactly, I like that.
I'm at a 10. I had a very great week. Today is an awesome day. I woke up with an amazing attitude. I ain't eating nothing, so I gotta get some grub in me a little bit later. So that's about the only thing that's on the downfall of things. But man, I am at a 10 today. Nick, where you at?
I'm always at a 10. I mean, every day I get to wake up, it's another day to get it right. So
that boy preaching.
Sir.
Yeah, I'm good.
Man, like I just put on Facebook yesterday, something my great grandmother always told me. She said,
I read that.
No matter what you're going through, somebody always got it worse than you. If you wake up, you got nothing to complain about. So everything always A1 on my side.
Yeah, sir.
Believe
Tell it, what's up with you?
Man, I'm at 8.
About an 8?
And I'm at an 8, but I'll be at a 10 later if everything go right.
Even BG.
Coach A.
I'm good, man. I'm at a 10. I'm it's been a good week. I'm in and out the boot. walking around. I can put my, I got sandals on right now, so I'm good. I ain't 100 yet with the foot, but it's getting there.
How's the wife doing today?
I'm good. I'm at a 10 always.
Awesome.
Why are you at a 10?
Well, Nick, you didn't ask why about everybody else.
We gonna get
some conversation out of her, man. Come on.
Yeah, we're gonna get the conversation out today.
I got you.
Good question. Why you at 10, honey?
Because I'm always happy.
Oh, it ain't because you married to this awesome guy right here?
All right, now, it ain't all about you, Coach.
Really?
it ain't all about you.
Hey, anytime I like what you say, the chair's on rollers, I could just roll it out the thing like that.
Luca want to pop up and say good morning. You see this?
Chanel and Aquila on today.
Chanel and Aquila. Yeah. I asked Chanel to come on. Chanel's like, nah, y'all don't want to hear what I got to say. Y'all got it.
Yeah, I tried to date Keelan on Facebook.
Yeah, I saw you trying to date Keelan. Keelan ain't bite at all.
Yeah.
I saw that. But good morning to Chanel and Aquila. Got them watching today.
It got so bad she started responding to me. She
usually don't respond.
You talking about Keela?
Yeah, when you say something to Keela, she'll respond 24 hours later. But she was going back and forth with Jimmy.
Jim,
I have that effect on people.
All right.
I want to hear about this macaroni and cheese you messed up.
Oh man, so listen, let me tell you.
You gotta throw it away.
No.
You messed up some macaroni and cheese, bro.
Hold on, everybody.
Chef Jimbo.
Whoa, everybody.
Chef Jimbo.
You a chef.
Listen, everybody, cool out. Cool out. Check this out. So, went over to Coach A house. Shakina, she does ballet, and she gave some ballet lessons to my babies. So
that's awesome, by the way.
Of course.
We'll get into that later.
So she made some goat cheese, macaroni and cheese, smacking. You heard me? So,
yes, sir.
And so I got home, but I didn't make the goat cheese macaroni and cheese. I made a goat cheese Alfredo.
Oh,
it still was good.
That sounds good.
It's similar. It's still similar.
You can interrupt him at any time.
Yeah, go ahead.
Don't be nice. Interrupt.
That was not the instructions I gave you.
But I'm a chef. We never follow instructions. Just give us the ingredients and we'll do it our own way. That's just what we do. Tell her, Nick. Tell her.
I ain't got nothing to do with this.
So what happened?
It was good. It was good. It didn't taste like hers. I don't know if I didn't put enough goat cheese in it or something. I don't know. But it was good. It was so good. Check this out. So Zoe was eating and she was like, Daddy, it's good, but it's not good. You know what I'm saying?
I like how children be like, it's good so they don't hurt your feelings.
Yeah.
Check this out. So she ate what was on her plate. And then she said, Daddy, can I have some more?
Uh-oh.
I thought it wasn't that good.
Oh.
Well, it wasn't, but I just want some more. I'm like, oh, okay.
You just like mine better.
Oh, yeah, you tell yourself that. That's perfectly fine. It was good though. Guys, and it was vegan, right? No, it was vegetarian. It was vegetarian.
Oh, cheese is the animal product.
It's the pasta that was vegan. The pasta that you had
is grain free.
Oh, grain free. Still, it was good, y'all.
Get them.
And the chicken that she had was so good, I had to go to the store the next day and buy it. I got another pack sitting in my freezer right now. I bought 2 packs.
Be preparing for a long day.
Glorified chicken nuggets.
Yeah, really glorified chicken nuggets. It was good.
I hate them things.
They're good.
Ain't nobody ask you what you like.
Why do you hate them? Why do you hate them?
Because sometimes now they are good, but sometimes when I'm sitting down for dinner and I'm like, yo, I don't want no chicken nuggets for dinner. It'd be a nice meal, but just the thought.
It's a chicken strip. You never had the nuggets.
Oh, don't hurt me in front of everybody though.
It's chicken strips.
So, Coach, if you don't want the chicken nuggets, why you don't get in the kitchen and cook yourself?
Uh-oh. Thank you.
Because I was raised to eat what's on your plate.
But if it ain't on your plate yet, you can go in there and cook it.
No, it be on my plate.
No, matter of fact, she probably already told you what you eating, so you have a chance to say, "You know what, honey, I'm gonna go in there and cook myself. You just chill out because I don't want that."
No, it don't work like that.
Why
it don't work like that. I don't know until the plate is presented.
Oh, you don't know until the
this
plate
is what you eating today.
So through all your conversations throughout the day, she don't mention what she cooking for dinner.
Look,
No,
Not really.
no.
It's a surprise.
Sometimes she just drop it that day because you be so big. Well, not to be honest, every once in a while we had, she might be like, "Well, what we gonna eat? What's for dinner? What's going on?" Or
I do ask him. The problem is I meal plan, so I asked him from the very beginning of the week what does he want for the week, and he says nothing. So he gets what he gets.
Taco Tuesday.
Oh yeah, that's how I go.
That's how I go.
Yeah.
So no complaints from Coach A.
Exactly.
But back to the chicken nuggets. She did switch though. It's actually the chicken strips, which is a lot better, And it's a lot of food, but just the thought, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, I could have stopped by McDonald's and got some chicken nuggets.
They're not the same though.
I know, but didn't you used to get the little chicken nuggets? Don't they come in nuggets?
Yeah.
That's all. But anyhow.
Anyway.
And I do get in there and cook sometimes.
What you be cooking, Coach?
Nothing.
Hey, my man be grilling.
I'm sorry. I don't think I still heard how you messed up the mac and cheese.
Yeah.
He said he didn't.
I said I didn't.
Oh.
He did. He didn't follow instructions.
He didn't follow the recipe.
I thought he like.
But he can't. Jimbo came back and said he a chef. Chefs never follow instructions.
Mm-hmm. That's why he messed it up.
She getting warmed up.
Hey, it was busting though.
Hey, Jimmy, long as you and your girls liked it, that's all that matters.
No, that's not all that matters right now because I want to be petty. So,
hey, Justin, you see Justin say he like bear chicken nuggets from Costco's.
Are the best in the game.
Bear chicken, what is that?
Bear chicken nuggets. I guess without the
skinless,
no breading.
No breading.
Oh. Hey,
you talking about? Hey, talking about them Eagles?
Ain't nobody talking about your garbage Bucks. All right.
You talking about
garbage? The championship.
Wait a minute.
Talking about Chumpa Bay.
Champ.
You talking about the champs?
Chumpa Bay.
You talk about the champs?
Chumpa Bay.
Champs.
Y'all, we champs too. So what's up?
Champs in what?
NFL.
They have
a champion. We have multiple championships sitting in our
multiple.
Yes.
Man,
no, I think
got
y'all got just
them NFL championships don't count, man. You say Super Bowl.
They the same thing. They just changed the name.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. You talking about champion. Okay, I got you.
The NFL championship, we got 3 of them things.
Man, that don't count.
Google it. Look it up.
I don't have to. The Bears got more. So
hey, we got 6 of them things.
But y'all cheated. I'm not talking about y'all.
They can't take them away from us. We still got 6 of them things.
Oh, he New England?
See, I ain't have to say the name. And
he with the cheaters.
No, what cheaters? Prove that they cheated.
Oh, they was proven. They got punished.
It was not proven.
It was proven. They got punished.
Boy, we go here.
Hey,
we still got
smoke. If there's smoke, there got to be some fire around it.
No, man. If it's smoke, it's just probably something, but it ain't no fire. No.
So anyhow, since we do have my wife here I'm sure she's gonna be trying to get out as fast as she can. And we was talking about food. She is the health guru. So if y'all need any questions about healthy cooking, any of that stuff, this is my go-to guy right here. Girl, like I don't even like if I go whenever we go shopping and I need to know if this is healthy or not, because all the ingredients, all I got to do is give it to her. She's like a walking computer, man. She could tell you about all the ingredients. She could tell you about what animals they tested on. She could tell you how much hair falls out from it. All that stuff, you name it. All that stuff. That's her. The only issue is she's strict, man. And everybody at the church, everybody know that. So anytime somebody try to give me something, they always trying to sneak it to me because they feel like she's like a food warden.
So what do we do for a living, Shakina?
Me?
Yes.
What do I do? I'm a dance teacher.
Where's your dance studio?
Oh yeah, tell us about
Tell us a little bit about it. What type of dance do you teach? Like, is it just ballet? Is it hip hop? Is it R&B?
Oh, not that.
It's all types. It's all genres of dances: ballet, tap, jazz, contemporary, hip hop.
That's what's up.
Do you do waltz?
No, that's ballroom dancing.
So you don't do ballroom? Okay.
I don't do
Why
ballroom.
you ask that question? You ain't gonna do no waltz.
I want to learn it. I want to learn some waltz, bro. Hey, you ever seen them waltz? That thing look beautiful. That thing looks so beautiful when they do it. I'm like, I wish I could do that.
Hey, when Jimmy said that, I didn't know what he was talking about until she said ballroom dancing.
Yeah.
I didn't know what he was talking about.
You gotta, if you ever seen the movie Take the Lead, that'll show you ballroom dancing in the waltz.
That's a great movie.
It is.
That's what got me into it. I'm like, dang. I'm like, okay.
That's
so what got you into dancing?
I've been dancing since I was 9 years old, so
that's what's up.
I just never stopped since then.
And Jimmy, what your girls doing? They doing ballet?
Ballet.
Yeah.
That's
what's up. That's what's up.
Hey, Coach, I'm giving it my all. You was right. She's short and sweet.
So it's good. Listen, it's gonna be good for you too to learn how to grab the stuff out. You know, like sometimes you can repeat the last thing they say to, you know, like you want a little more information. Like she's tough. You know, like where did you get started at? You know, or have you always dreamed of having your own studio, or how did you get swayed in that direction?
No.
Right there, you talking to him, please?
I just wanted to dance, but Adrian is very persistent and annoying sometimes. So
hey, we know
that.
He kept pushing me and telling me I needed to teach dance, and I told him not till I was 50 because I felt like that was more of a older. You know, you had to be like a lot older to teach dance, but he kept pushing me and wouldn't leave me alone.
What he do.
Yep, that's what he do.
He good at it though. No, Coach A is good at it. Like anytime I talk with Coach A while we on here, and he's the way he speaks. And I was just looking at his podcast the other day. Just the way he talked, it helped motivate people. You ought to talk to the people that be like, man, you was motivating the heck out of me right now. Like that's what Coach A be doing to me sometimes. I don't be saying it out loud because I don't want to give him all that glory. But he be motivating the heck out of me when he talks sometimes. So it's nothing bad, Coach. It's all love, brother.
Hey, I appreciate that. That's what I'm aiming to do.
It's all love.
So, back to Miss Shakina.
So do you have your own building for your dance academy right now?
No, not right now. Right now I'm renting the dance room at one of the schools that I teach at.
What school do you teach at?
Sunshine Christian Academy. It's on
43rd
Street.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
What are some of the challenges to your profession?
Parents.
As always.
Why is that though?
Because it's sometimes hard to get parents to be committed. Because obviously people are busy.
Yeah.
So sometimes you have to deal with kids who are missing classes, or sometimes I think we don't know the severity or how much training you need. It's not like all of a sudden you just show up with talent and you're just at the recital, know what you're doing. You actually have to practice really hard.
How many recitals my bad, John. How many recitals have you done so far?
A lot.
You're talking about ones that you're responsible for? Like 3 or 4?
4 for the dance academy, but then I've done a lot of shows for schools that I work for.
Okay.
Because I was go ahead.
Oh, go ahead, Jimbo. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna ask, do you work for multiple schools or is it just a Christian academy?
I work for multiple schools. I have contracts with different private schools to teach dance.
Oh, okay. Cool.
All right, everybody. We are talking to Miss Shakina Mays, CEO, the wife of Coach A, an entrepreneur. Listen, my question to you is this:
Can you give a brief description about your most recent recital? Like, how did that go? Break all that down for us. Walk us through it because I went to it. But let's talk about it. You can't give us no short answer on
Jimmy
this.
just went into all-out interview mode. If you haven't noticed,
sure did. Because I was like, "What the heck is he doing?"
Hey, he's bringing it out. He's bringing it out.
Do your thing, Jimbo. I love it. Do your thing.
Well, recital is obviously extremely hard. It's it can be stressful, but I know how to relax through it. So it starts with the day before. We have to do dress rehearsal, so we go through the entire recital. So we did that, and then the next day we have to get everything obviously prepared and ready for the kids. So yeah, people just come and they dance.
Okay, but give us.
Hold on a second, Jimmy. This room here now is we finally got it set. But during recital time, our whole place turns into a dressing room because they have to iron and sew and do all that stuff. So there's dresses and recital stuff all over the place. Look, I've never had a place I can't reach and pull out something. Look. It's taken over. No, that's the dress. What they call it? Tier? What is it?
It's called a leotard.
A leotard. Yeah. That's what my mom used to call me, a leotard, when I was younger, but it was different.
Hold on, Brandon. We ain't done with the recital yet. If you don't go off subject.
No. I'm not going off.
Oh, okay.
Go ahead,
Jim. So, okay, but I tried to bring some things out of you about the recital because I know that's what you love, and you still gave me a short answer. So let's do this right here and right now. All right. So in regards of the recital, how at the end of the day, how did you feel about it? About your team that was there, about the kids, about how everything went, the turnout, how was it?
Well, I was definitely grateful this year because last year we had to cancel our recital because of COVID. So I was kind of emotional about it that we actually got to have a recital because last year we had put thousands of dollars into it and we lost a lot of money due to COVID. So I was really grateful that the kids were able to perform, and it's a lot of work we put into it. I mean, I work all year round. Working on recital. So I felt accomplished. I was proud of my team because it's a lot of hard work. So, and the kids did really good. So
how much practice do the kids get?
From August all the way up until May, they're practicing for recital.
Okay.
Pretty much the whole year. That's what they're working on.
What age group is it?
Say that again?
The age group.
Of ages 3 to 18.
Oh, so I got
a separate choreography group as well.
So I got a question surrounding the performance part of it. So I know you're dealing with children from 3 to 18, right? Yes. So how do you calm them down when it's time to perform in front of people? Like, and I know it's tough. To get on stage. A lot of people can't get on stage and perform in front of people. So how is that calming down part? And when you see a child that's nervous, they're finna be amazing, but when you see that they're nervous, what's that process to calming them down, to getting them settled to perform in front of people?
Breathing techniques. I will do breathing techniques with them, and then I will just coach them through it and tell them, affirmations, tell them that they're going to do a great job, that it's okay to mess up, because honestly the biggest reason they're nervous is because they think they're going to mess up. Okay. At least my older ones, that's their biggest concern. So I let them know that they know the dance, that it's going to be okay, and if they mess up, it's okay, we all mess up. I teach them that if they mess up, you just continue on.
Right. Okay.
So
now when they do mess up, like, do the people in the audience know, or is it just one of those things that it just continue to go on until?
Most of the time, people in the audience don't know what the heck they're looking at. So unless you're a trained dancer or like a dance mom who's been watching their kid for several years, they kind of know what techniques to look for or what to look for during their choreography. But for the most part, most people who are not used to it, they can't tell when the kids mess up. Unless it's something like super noticeable, like
right.
Yeah, like some kids get up there and they don't do nothing.
Yeah, that's noticeable. Those are like my 3-year-olds. They'll sit there and do nothing sometimes.
Do they eventually get going as the show goes on, or do they just sit there?
No, they just sit there.
Do they smile while they do it?
Nope. No. And the crazy part is that you never see that in the classroom, because in the classroom they'll dance, but for little ones, sometimes it's just it's too much for them. You know, they get shocked with the lights and all the people, so they just freeze up.
Now, do you ever do like a practice run so the kids can, I guess, get a grasp of what they're gonna feel when the real deal go through?
Yeah, that's the day before we do dress. That's what dress rehearsal is. They have to go through the entire recital.
Oh, okay. Do they go through it in front of anybody, or is it just like?
Nope, I don't allow it. Because it becomes a distraction for the kids. So the only person who's there is me, any other teacher, or the tech rehearsal group. That's it. Wait a minute. How are we talking about my dance business and this is supposed to be about something else?
This has turned into an interview.
Yeah, this has turned into an interview.
So listen, let me give y'all some other context about Miss Shakina over here. She's sitting here like she's super nice and sweet. When it comes to dance, she is a warden. So she has strict rules, right? Like if you miss 3 days or 2 days or however many days you have, you miss these days, no recital for you. She don't care. I mean, the kids can come to her crying. The parents can come to her crying. I can come to her crying. And she like, nope.
You heard
what that's how you gotta be. That's how you gotta be.
No, you ain't gotta be like that all the time.
Yeah, but guess what? At the NBA, can you miss your practices when you're in basketball?
Well, Al Iverson did it.
Practice. You talking about practice? The game, not the game when I give my whole heart and all. We're talking about practice.
Yeah.
Practice, man.
Yeah.
So why is that? Why don't you get no leeway?
Because you have to be consistent, and people take advantage of you when you're not consistent.
But what if they truly have like family problems or just something that they can't handle, or they can't?
I obviously have. If it's an emergency, obviously that's different. But
so the emergency still count against a strike?
Yes.
I'm sorry. Say that again.
I say, does the emergency still count against them as a strike?
No.
But in her defense, though, when you're dealing with when you're dealing with choreography, it's based on memory, and so if you don't have enough repetition within the dance, then you don't know it. So it's a matter of if this person can fit in. I mean, this is the reason why too, is that because you haven't practiced enough, she can't be confident that you're going to go on stage and do what you're supposed to do. That's part of the main reason too. But me personally, I'm a lot softer. I'd be like, oh man, maybe we could do something for you.
He's really soft. He has no rules or regulations. They'll walk all over him. They would walk all over him.
I don't believe that. Coach don't seem like that type.
Yes, he is.
Hey, he don't be soft with us. What you mean?
He is.
He giving us the business.
Soft. He tells me I'm mean.
Yeah, she is.
And I'm like, no, the rules are the rules, and if you don't like them, well.
Yeah, I get that.
I like that.
So my question is this, Miss Mays. When it comes to ballet and we think about boxing, football, basketball, whatever the case may be, every sport or activity says that, oh, well, if you do this karate, it'll teach you discipline, it'll teach you respect for authorities, you know, it'll do something, help free your mind, or whatever case. What does ballet or dancing provide for not just kids, but for anybody that chooses to participate in those things full time?
Good question, Jimbo.
It builds confidence. It can build confidence. It can build self-esteem. I feel like it's a stress relief. Mm-hmm. Whenever I did dance, I felt like it was something that I definitely can run to when I was stressed out. So
yeah.
So okay. Obviously, I'm gonna go ahead and tie it all together since we're on this subject. So you have some kids. I mean, you have males in your class, right? Mm-hmm. So you make sure, or do you make sure that your males remain maley?
What?
When it comes to ballet, like they don't dance feminine, or you know what I'm saying, or take on some of the traits that the girls take on. Like is it your design to make sure that if you come up with a choreography piece, that you're not going to have a male dancer as the Cinderella, or you know what I'm saying, or something like that? You know, we talked about being feminine, right?
Yeah, they stick to their roles.
So what are the male role when it comes to dancing?
Well, they resemble strings because they have to do a lot of lifts. So they're the ones who lift the girls. So I trained them from a young age to that they have to protect the women, and that they have to do everything in their power to make sure that the girls don't fall. So
make sure they don't fall.
Yeah.
It's a good lesson. It's a good lesson for real life too.
I teach them that they always put themselves before the girl. Like they'll put their own safety before their.
Ooh, that would be a great tie-in to feminism and femininity. But
there you go. That's what I'm doing. That's what I was doing.
So, do you want to give any input on our actual topic, or you?
You would just have
since you're by yourself, huh?
You would just have to question, ask.
Okay, here we go then. So, listen. With that being said, that you teach our young men about how to protect our women at all times, how to put themselves before the women at all times. What would you say to the feminists that are out here, that in their mind and in their heart they believe that they don't need a man? If there wasn't any man on this earth, they would be absolutely fine. What would you say to that? How would you say it? Explain it to them.
Can you repeat that one more time? That was a mouthful.
Okay.
What is the question?
The question is to the feminists who believe that that there's no need for men, that women can do everything themselves. And then for you to teach, and I know what you believe, but for you to teach to our young men, you should put the women before yourself. And for the feminists would disagree with you. How would you explain that to them?
Well, there's a balance in the world. With everything, there's a balance. So if you need a guy, you need a girl for balance. I don't know how else to explain that. So I mean, there's strengths and weaknesses that women have, and then there's strengths and weaknesses that the male figure has, and we're there to balance each other out. So you need both. That's like a positive and a negative. You need both.
Great answer.
That's an awesome answer. I like that answer.
Because that's real life. It's balance.
Yeah, it is balance. It takes balance. And that's on male and female side.
So if the balance goes off, then something is going to be off. So
yeah, we need to have a kumbaya for what's his name, Justin. He's I don't know if you saw a show when Justin was on, Shakina.
No.
He's a very toxic individual sometimes.
Now you finna get him going.
Yeah, try it. That's why he said that.
That's why he said that. Justin, he's trying to get you going, Justin. He's trying to get you going.
So my question to everybody that's here, since we own it, at what point does the femininity become toxic to you guys, in you guys' opinion? And we'll start with you, Miss Shakina. No. All right.
I'll feed off of somebody else.
Okay. Anybody? Jimbo.
I would say it becomes toxic when I just said what I just said. When they get to the point where that to them there is no balance. You know, women are pretty much everything to them, and when for them to say that they don't need a man, because really, if there aren't any men, if a man don't have a woman, procreation stops. If a woman doesn't have a man, procreation stops. And some of the things that a lot of women say that they want their man to do, take out the trash, fix their cars, put gas in their cars, all this other stuff. It becomes toxic when you say that you don't need the other half, like God made man and woman. It becomes toxic when you say, oh, I don't need what God said that I need.
Right.
In any subject, any category, no matter how you want to cut that pie. That's it. Next. Carry on, guys.
Call somebody out.
Tell it.
Man, you said it all. I can't say nothing else.
Oh my God. Jimmy did kind of say it all. It does. I think that's when it gets toxic for me. But women have their right to say what they want to say. If they feel like they don't need a man, then hey, truth be told, then you don't need a man. I don't. If that's what you don't need. That's what you don't need.
You know what they probably need. They probably need. We might get canceled if I say that.
That's not.
I was like, don't say that.
But it's not just. There's also more to that too, because in my perspective, it also becomes toxic when it starts to be used as a weapon. You know what I'm saying? In order to get what you want. A lot of females use their femininity to get ahead in life, you know, because they might have curves or stuff like that they use it in order to gain attention.
They use their eyelashes.
Huh?
They use their eyelashes.
They use their eyelashes like you're trying to do right now. So they gain attention of the males or whoever in order to, get what they want, and it happens, let's be real. I mean, it definitely happens. So that to me, is also an example of where it becomes toxic as well.
Isn't that a conflict though? Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Shaquille.
I just think that there's probably an underlying issue as to why you think you don't need a man. Just because we're built. I mean, think about all the Disney movies. It's always about the girl getting married and finding her Prince Charming. So I feel like as growing up, that's what is instilled in every girl, is to finally find your Prince Charming at some point. So how did it all of a sudden become, we don't need our Prince Charming?
A lot of women locked in the room.
So I believe that there's an underlying issue if you think that.
And it probably all started with fatherlessness.
I was just about to say that. I think it definitely has to do with the way they view their father.
That's not in every case, but that's in some cases.
Yeah. Yeah, some cases.
So what case do you know about Brandon that is different from that?
Well, the only case I can think of is my own sister. She doesn't walk around here saying she don't need a man. I mean, she's very independent. Let's not get it twisted. She's independent, but I've never heard those words come out of her mouth saying that she don't need a man. Our father wasn't in the household, and she didn't view it as that point. So I can only speak from our own experiences. That's why I say every case is not the same.
But at the same time, your case is a little bit different because y'all had a form of a relationship with y'all father. You got some people that has no kind of relationship with their father.
And that's where it's different. That's where it's different because we do have a formal relationship with our dad, and those who don't have a formal relationship, that's where the line becomes different. So that's why I can say that. You know,
but some people can have their father, but because of abuse or toxic relationship between them and their father, or what they've seen, then they feel like they don't want to go through that same thing. So you could actually have a dad in the home, but because of their behavior and actions and the abuse, they actually run away from wanting a man in their life.
Right, and that's what also makes it different.
Yeah, and I think it's different levels too, because when you're talking about not needing a man, you got to think of what level are you talking about that, because obviously a woman can go her whole life without being married, living by her own and taking out her own trash and doing whatever she needs to survive here on earth, right, and have a happy life without having a man in there. So at what level do you mean, or are you saying that you don't need a man? Are you saying you don't need a man in the world, period? Or you see what I'm saying? So it's it has to be certain levels, because even the scriptures say that you don't have to be married, right? So it's not just talking to the male, it's talking to the female too, saying, hey, you don't have to be married, you'll be fine by yourself. So I mean, there's some truth on both sides when it comes to that, but just to feel like you don't need a man, period, in the world today, I think that's we, just like you said, there's a balance. Men, women is needed. Otherwise, we won't have kids. So there's obviously a balance. Exactly. So at some point we have to meet in the middle and really appreciate and understand what each other bring to the table. But
I don't think there's anything wrong with wanting to be independent too. I just think it becomes toxic when you have a negative attitude about it.
Exactly.
No, yeah, there's nothing wrong with being independent. It's when you walk around and like you just said, when that attitude start getting above what your independency level is, that's when it gets toxic. Hey man, we got Jody in the building, by the way.
Toxic Tuesday in the house.
Hey, but before Jody say something, let me ask this: we all are believers and believe in Jesus Christ, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Just throw that out there. So, no, because people. No, you got to listen. You got to tell them, because some people might. Oh yeah, you say you believe in God. Oh, and he believe in Allah and Buddha, Confucius. No, I believe in God. I'm gonna tell you the God that I believe in, God, dog. Just let that be known. So real quick before we move on, let's speak on this. The independent thing. I have a question. What are your views and perspectives on people being independent when in the scriptures God kind of tells us that he wants us to be dependent on him? Or are we talking about levels to this?
That's a good question, Jimbo. I think everybody kind of just paused because that's a very good question. So we'll let Jody run off with that one.
Yeah.
It
I like to hear this.
It depends on what level of independent we talk about. Are we talking about just us as individuals, like me as a man and a woman as a woman, or are we talking about like independent in life? Like, what do you mean by like independent?
Like in life, when I say that, I mean you will have some people that think and feel that they can do everything on their own, when God is saying some things you can't do on your own. You need me.
Right.
Oh, okay, well, you have a lot of people in this world who have been scarred and hurt from a lot of people that they're supposed to be able to love and trust. So they do have a bad habit. Well, not say a bad habit, but a habit of just going on in life by themselves, not dependent on nobody. Because when you start to depend on somebody, there's a lot of people that can mislead you and mistrust you and let you down. So I do understand there's a certain point to where like you kind of just get in this place where you're independent, because when you do it for yourself, you know what I'm saying, you go hard for yourself. Nobody gonna do it like you do it for yourself. So I do think there's a certain level of like independence that we all should have, because at the end of the day, if I want something done that's important to me, you know what I'm saying? It's like, I'm not gonna depend on nobody else to do that. You know what I'm saying? You do it for yourself. So there is a level of independence that you should have, but there's also, like I said, a level of dependency that you should have in whatever you believe in. So whether it's God, Buddha, Allah, Future, you rocking with the crystals, you know what I'm saying? Then you believe in that too. But I think there's a balance, like Coach A's wife said. You know what I'm saying? By the way, nice to meet you, Coach A's wife.
Shakina.
Shakina, what was you at last week when he was over there spewing a bunch of nonsense about all this extra positivity when you should be able to go off on somebody? What was you at last week? You left us with him by ourselves.
See, I was rocking with you until you just went off to the side. I was rocking with you until you just had to get on me. I was even going to tell you should change that because what you just said was not toxic.
Well, you was doing perfectly fine when you got here. You had the LeBron post in the back, and then it was all downhill from there. It was like, man,
the true self come out, man. But Jimmy, I think Jimmy's question is a little loaded because we're talking about God, right, and independence from God. So, and I think what's very ironic about that is that there is no such thing. There's no such. People might think that they're independent from God. They're operating independent of His instructions or independent of His advice or stuff like that He's left for us. But here on earth, there's no independence from God. He created everything. He's with us all the time. He tells us that He's with you all the time, even in your bad time, your good time, no matter what. He never left. So He's always there. So I think that's a little misleading to me or misunderstood that people think that they're actually doing something without God. And the biggest evidence that you have is that you wake up when you can't wake up without that breath of life. So you didn't wake yourself up. The alarm clock didn't make your heart pump. It didn't make your spirit move. You know what I'm saying? So they think they're independent, but they're really not.
Understood. Nick,
what's up?
Break it down for us a bit, though.
Honestly, I don't think I got an opinion.
You got an opinion. It might not be no opinion.
I don't know. So your question was, do you think we can be independent without God, or in a situation with our spouse, or
in regards to God?
I don't think you can be independent without Him.
That's Nick's opinion.
That's it.
That's Nick's opinion.
I'm kind of lost with the question though. Honestly.
It is. That's what I was thinking. I was like,
okay. Nice talk.
Moving right along.
You can't be independent without God because He's in everything that we do. Now, He allow us to try to do some things on our own, because that's what parents do. They let you venture out and bump your head a couple of times, and then you got to come back to them. People were hard-headed. As young, you probably bumped into a lot of people that, running around here thinking they making moves happen on their own. It's all because of them. No. It's because of the man upstairs. He opened the pathways for you. He opened the doors. He pushed the obstacles out in front of you. So everything we do is because of Him. That's all I got to say about that.
I kind of agree with. I agree with all of the facts here. I mean, I know me personally. I am nothing without Him. So my life is dependent on what Him and what He has us go through. Like Telly said, that we have our choices on what we want to do. He's not going to make us do what we want to do. We decide we want to be independent and rely on ourselves. He'll be like, well, let's see how that work out for you. You know, so I agree with what Telly just said. Actually, I agree with what everybody just said.
But I will say this, like I do have that mindset where I'm talking about just in life in general. Like I'm gonna do everything if I can do it. You know what I mean? Like if I can't do it, I'm gonna still try to do it. You know,
Yeah,
if I can do it by myself, I'm gonna do it by myself. Because I mean, we all know, you know, if you want something done and you want it done a certain way, you do it yourself.
yeah.
But you
So
do,
I mean,
I think in life we do need to rely on people at times. But
right?
I guess it's situational.
Yeah,
Okay.
pretty much.
Good take, folks. Good take. Next
Yes, sir.
conversation.
My man Jimmy on a
Hey,
roll
it's
this
the
morning.
open forum right now,
It's
man.
open
Keep it
forum right
rolling,
now.
baby.
Like, keep it rolling, my guy. Let's go. Open forum. Anybody got anything on their mind today?
Well,
Yeah.
I wanted to bring up something. This happened in me like last week, 2 weekends ago,
At
probably.
Tropicana, huh?
No, it wasn't that trop.
Oh.
It was we was out shopping and stuff. And have y'all ever been in a situation where y'all walk into a store, like it might be like I'm not gonna say it's upscale, but it's a little different from our culture or whatever. So we walk into the store, we start grabbing some stuff, get the drink made, and yeah, this lady talking about, oh, do you want to go ahead and ring them out? Like we not done shopping yet. You know what I mean?
Oh,
And
yeah.
I felt a little way. And my wife, you know, she Puerto Rican and white, and she caught on to it too. So I kind of just paid for my stuff and walked out the store and just left it at that. Have y'all ever been in a situation like that?
All the time. All the time.
Situation where they try to follow you and be like, yo, like, excuse me, like, what do
Like,
you want?
Yeah, like
what's
if I
up?
walk into an upscale store, me and Sam walk into an upscale store, you get those people that for some reason all of a sudden feel like that I need help when I didn't ask for help. You know what I'm saying? Like, can I help you with this? No, I'm good, thank you. But as I'm going to the next thing I'm looking at, anything you want to try on? No, I told you I was good before, but thank you. You know what I'm saying? That's the stuff that bothers me. Like, I'm coming in there to spend my money just like anybody else coming in there to spend my money. You don't want my business? You know what I'm saying? Don't be treating me like that. You know?
Yeah, Achilles, it was a seasoning shop. And
But
then
that's
sometimes
good.
I feel like I'm obligated to buy something because I'm in there. And
Yeah,
that's why I really don't go into too many stores.
I walk out. Ain't no obligation.
But that's why some people do that though, because
They'll say,
they want to put
Hey,
that
now
pressure on you.
being super petty, boy.
they'll say, make them do this, try on every shoe in the store. That's what's up there.
Yeah,
Go
but
ahead,
ain't
Coach
that good customer service? Ain't people supposed to come and make sure?
Don't
you
do
guys
that.
Okay?
You trying to be
Make sure
Here we
positive.
go.
Here go.
Here
Hey,
we go.
You
Here
trying to
we
be
go.
Hey,
positive.
if the shoe fit, wear it. I'm asking you, that's not
Nah,
good customer
nah.
service? So
But
if you
They're
walk
not,
in the
they're not going
store,
around asking everybody else if they need help. They just asking you.
Thank you.
Nah, that ain't
I
customer
know.
service.
And you
dog.
can
but
you
you're the
notice
one you
that.
just
You
came
notice
in the
that.
store. You just came
Bro,
in.
you notice it,
the
bro.
store.
I
You know
feel like we be having double standards sometimes because Coach A is right. Like you'll walk into a store and you be like, "Dang, can't nobody ask me if I need help?" But then if don't nobody ask you if you need
Thank
help,
you.
you be like, "Dang."
No. Like I said, this is the difference. If they're only asking you and they've asked you 2, 3,
Exactly.
4 times, but
Exactly.
you haven't seen them go and speak to nobody else 2, 3, 4 times.
Exactly.
Now we have something that we need to
That's where the
shed
issue
some light
is
on.
from.
You ain't been in this. So you've been in the store. So you've been in the store for 8 hours to see what they've been doing on their whole shit.
Bro, I've been in a situation, I've been in the store for less than 30 minutes and I've been asked 2 or 3 times if I need help. And then I'd be like, if I need help, I'll ask you. Just kill that junk right now.
So that's still good customer service.
No.
It's good. I tell you, I went to an upscale store, right?
Which one?
Why you want to know all that? I went into
Hey, y'all
a
keep that on
handbag
camera.
store. You reap the benefit of it. It wasn't for me. It was for you when I got your purse.
Okay.
So, same thing. Upscale store. They came, asked me several times, and she ended up helping me. In fact, she gave me her. When I went to check out, they asked me what was the person's name that helped me. You know, because they was like, keeping some records or something. I was like, that's and what's ironic is I had just went to another store before then. It was the Polo store, and they did the exact same thing. When I went to check out, the person at the checkout asked me who helped me. So obviously, when it comes to customer service, and when you get at a higher scale, it's a lot different than you think. It's never you just go in there and get what you want and just meet me at the checkout line. No, that's not, bro. The business, when you're trying to get people's money, it don't work like that. If you go in any of those upscale stores, that's how they behave. They're on you. I'm not saying that people don't make us uncomfortable, or they don't live to make us. I'm not saying that we don't get watched. You know what I'm saying? I can't say that 100% when you go into, and I can't say obviously your situation wasn't like that, but you do have to understand when you cross the line and you go from Bell's Outlet to the higher brand stores, that's how they act. They don't let you just walk around and make your own decisions. They want to make sure you're comfortable and they can find exactly what you want. They have to talk to you to get to know you. They trying to get to know you to figure out what piece can I put or tell this person to make them to get something. They're trying to read you as well, man. It's a whole different level. I'm just saying. And I'm not just trying to be positive either.
Yeah, you is.
Professor Stokes. We waiting
I tell you what, Coach, have you ever thought about working for like the United Nations to bring everybody together with all Coach, hey, I swear you should be working. Like, listen, Jerusalem, you know what I'm saying? Afghanistan, this is what we're not going to do. We're not going to do all this because maybe y'all just having a misunderstanding or something. You know what I'm saying? Coach, that positivity is amazing to me. And that's probably why your wife loves you so much, because you got a lot of positivity.
He make you motivated, don't he? He motivates you.
But I get what Coach A's saying, because when you get to a certain level, you do have those stores that are like, I want to be the person that you say helped you the most so I can get that credit, because you know what I'm saying? Oh, that commission. And there is that. So that part I do get. But there is a point where it's like, at this point, you just follow me because I'm black. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, Jimmy, bro, you didn't ask me if I'm good for 50, I've been in here 15 minutes. And you didn't ask me everything. And it's not that you ask me. It's like you walk up on me, you know what I'm saying? You examining the area. And I've been in here 15 minutes and you done came up and rolled up on me 3-4 times. Like, that's unnecessary. You know what I'm saying? Versus the dude that just pops his head, like, hey, you still good? Yeah, all right. And he going by his business. That's good customer service, just making sure I'm still good. You know what I'm saying? But walking up on me, following me, like you need to try on any sizes and anything. No, that's not good customer service.
Foolishness.
Look, all that
he just took himself out.
He took himself out.
He took himself out.
Hey, but snap, we've been on here almost an hour. We got to talk about Rachel Nichols. And
oh, yes, Lord, let's do it.
He's switching real quick. Tell him and he would give his
Go ahead. Hey, I'm gonna cut my short so we can hear what Mr. Tully got to say. I'm gonna cut my short. Go ahead, Mr. Tully.
Hey, y'all too sensitive, man. Ain't nobody following y'all because y'all black. Man, look. I was at an upscale store. Y'all might have heard of it, Walmart.
Oh my goodness.
And you can't never find nobody in that mall to help you.
They don't want to help nobody in there.
You right about that.
And I walk in there, I'm like,
oh my gosh.
I'm in the paint section. Ain't no paint person there. I gotta go with electronics. No electronic person there. I'm like, who worked in this store? Where is everybody at? I'm like, no, but seriously though, I don't think, back in the 90s, yeah, when I was a teenager, I've experienced people following me in the store. And, but I did look suspect because, I had but, today, does it still happen? I'm pretty sure it does, and I'm just oblivious because I don't really give a two flying you-know-whats. I'm in there to shop. I'm going to grab what I got to grab. If I need you, I'm going to find you. You can walk up on me and ask me, can I help you? I'm like, you know what? Yeah, bring your butt here. Because I don't know when I'm going to get this opportunity. You know, I told you, because you can't find nobody in Walmart. I'm like, man, I'm looking for zip ties.
Exactly.
You know, I'm looking for zip ties. And I'm like, first of all, that's kind of weird to be looking for zip ties. I'm like, no, man, I got a project. Right. No, I know where that's at. But so the zip ties is somewhere obscure, because you know Walmart, they don't have a system that makes sense. They really don't. They put stuff all around, like, hey man, what a buttercream or whatever. That's over there by the you know, in hardware. I'm like, huh? Like, I would never guess, but unfortunately, there's some things we still working on in this country. So and we got to keep working.
I couldn't wait to get back to you, Joey. I ain't forgot about you. This is the last point. They just came at me. So, first of all, I was just in Walmart and that same thing happened. I was looking for some the cherry plums because I saw Walmart. Yeah, at Walmart they don't have any. So I asked one person who was working in the produce. She was like, I don't know. So let me ask that person over there, the next person that was working. So we walk over to that person. These two people having a conversation. They asked, do you know what these are? They're like, oh, I don't think we have any. And that was it. So I said, all right. I just went and looked. Sure enough, they had some on the rack. So I had to go tell them, like, yo, you do have some. They right here. Just let you know that. But back to your point to the guy to say, yo, you good? You know, that's that looking good. That's when you shop at looking good. That's how they do at looking good. Exactly. That's not an upscale store. That's a different neighborhood.
Hey, is looking good even still open?
No,
it's not.
And that's why they were just like, yo, that's why. Yo, you all right?
And give you the head nod.
Exactly.
All right.
You know, when you are like, man, I don't even know if I can fit this, or they had different colors, but all those things. But when you get into those, and what's happening is a lot of these smaller stores are understanding that, and they're starting to adopt that behavior. Give you another prime example. Look at Chick-fil-A, right? When you go to the gas station, how they're always there. They're always talking and doing stuff like that. Now you look at McDonald's and some of these other stores, they're doing the same thing now. They got people in the driveway taking your order early. No,
that's just at Chick-fil-A.
Hey, no, it's not. How long has Chick-fil-A been open?
It's not just at Chick-fil-A.
They starting to do that at a few McDonald's, but I don't give a damn about none of that, because
I saw that
your ice cream machine still broke. So
bad customer service when that ice cream machine is still broke.
You can my pleasure your butt off all day, but is the ice cream machine? Or can I get a McFlurry today? No, I ain't. Go back. Hey, go back inside and be rude. If I can't get a McFlurry, then I don't want to talk to you.
And talking about being rude, what are your guys' views and opinions on this Rachel Nicholson situation? Do you think she was rude and what she did and what she said?
For the one time, I think me and Coach A gonna be on the same side on this one, because with that whole Rachel Nicholson thing, I don't know what the hell black people talk about. That wasn't about race. She was mad because they gave her job away. She said, I don't give a damn about the person who got it. Congratulations to her. She said, and what did she say? She said, that's ESPN with their shitty diversity policy. And I was like, she hit the nail on the head. I don't understand why black people mad. I was like, that's them sensitive cancel culture ass black people, because I don't understand what the hell they mad about. She said ESPN with their shitty diversity gave that job to that other young lady, which should have been to me, but because I lost out because they got crappy diversity. That's a knock on ESPN. That ain't got nothing to do with the young lady.
That's all she said.
I understood exactly what she was saying. Now, does it look a little smidge bad because the young lady that got her job was black? And in today's world, yes, I can see where it looks a little bad. But for the fact that she said, and that's what saved that whole conversation for me, was like, ESPN with their shitty diversity gave her the NBA Finals. How do you mix that up with anything else? She's not racist. She's mad at ESPN has a crappy diversity when it comes to women and women of color. So it's like you already don't give women enough credit. You're definitely not giving women of color enough credit on that entire show, on that entire network. So it's like this is the part where you want to make it right is on the NBA Finals. You want to make it right by giving her something I'm supposed to have. So I felt that, and I didn't think it had nothing to do with race. I just think she was pissed because they gave her role away. And I'm pretty sure Coach A and Coach A is gonna feel the same way. So go ahead, Coach. I want to hear what Coach A got to say because I'm pretty sure we're on the same side for once.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you 200%. And so
hey, that's what's up.
But listen, but at first,
close bombs for that.
But at first, when you were saying that they have the diversity was bad, I was looking at it like, are you saying that it's a bad thing that they're trying to be diverse? But then, as you continue to explain, I understood saying that because their culture right now is bad, they're trying to make it better. So, in efforts to make it better, they had to skip over some people just to make themselves look good. And so that is, I agree with you. And I agree 100%.
I honestly think they made that move because of the whole George Floyd Black Lives Matter.
Definitely.
I think that's exactly why they made that move to have the I can't think of the young lady's name either.
Maria Taylor.
Okay, Miss Taylor. I think that is exactly
Maria
why
Taylor.
they did. Brianna Taylor.
Yeah.
No, what's the young lady?
The
young lady that
subject.
No, the young lady that got Rachel Nichols' job is
Maria
Taylor.
Maria Taylor.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So I think they gave it to Maria Taylor because of all the Black Lives Matter and the George Floyd thing. You know what I'm saying? It's one of them things that was like it was a very like you know what I'm saying? It's like we're gonna throw some more black people up here. It was kind of like that was a weak ass attempt on ESPN's part to kind of smooth things over. And then at the same time, it's like Rachel Nicholson's had every single right to be pissed off about that. It's like, so because you know what I'm saying, we getting kind of hit from a few angles about our diversity, somebody's got to lose their job. It's like it's almost like you hit them with an affirmative action type deal. And it's just like there's no need for that because in all honesty, there's a million places you can put this young lady, and you chose to give it away. And Rachel Nicholson does a great job talking to those NBA players. Those NBA players respect her. She always asks decent questions. She's always been very polite. Like she has good rapport with a lot of those guys in the NBA. So for the fact that there's like the NBA Finals and then you gave it away, it was kind of like, damn, that's weird, but okay. And then when she voiced her opinion about it, she had every single right to be mad. Every single right. I don't blame her at all for how she felt.
Hold on, let me get this. Go ahead,
Coach.
Thank you, sir. So now I do have pushback on the other side because she's not the owner of ESPN, so they can do whatever they want. Who's going to tell you guys what you can do inside your business? Who you can put where, how you can operate your business. Nobody's going to be able to tell you specifically what you can do. So I agree that obviously Rachel Nichols' conversation was a personal conversation. It shouldn't be out. Everybody else should be minding their own business. And you have this whole culture, this whole atmosphere that's forcing these things to happen and got everybody complaining about stuff like that. I get that. But at the same time, when it comes down to it, it is up to ESPN to make their own decision and do what they feel is best for their business, because she's not paying the bills that ESPN has. She's not the one that's, responsible for the network and all the stuff that they're doing. So at the end of the day, it's up to them. So, there's really nothing nobody can say or complain about.
You know who is paying the bills? Best sports anchor in the world, my boy Stephen A. Smith. That's who's paying the bills around here.
He's been getting us some heat too.
Oh yeah, man.
Go ahead, Telly.
Well, as I agree with Coach that ESPN does have a right to do with what their company wants to do, but the fact that is missing is she had a contract stating this was hers. They're going to give her this. This is what you do. This is yours. This is your slice of pie.
Mm-hmm.
Now, they want to like diversity, as she said. They policies they trying to make up for bad diversity policy. So we're gonna cut off your pie. Wait a minute. You said this is my piece of pie. Now you cutting it down even more because Rachel Nichols, her and Pam Oliver, and these are some of the women I remember earlier on, from back in, a while ago where you really didn't see female, I guess you can call them anchors, sideline reporters and stuff like that. So she'd been there for a while and she pretty much built herself and her brand and got to a point where, man, now she's respected and, well recognized. Now, kudos, as I said last night, she was in a no-win situation, period, because the bottom line is people are outraged because it's a white woman who says something about, that benefited a black woman. Mm-hmm. So even if she would have said, the example was that she would have said, I'm better, I feel like I'm better than Maria Taylor, she would have got burned for that.
Yeah.
No matter what she said, she's going to get burned for it.
It wasn't going to be good for her.
I mean, she was absolutely right because I heard the whole audio conversation and I'm like, she didn't say anything bad.
She did.
She was actually disparaging ESPN. She even said she thinks that the chick does a great job and if you want to give her more work, give her more work. Honestly, if ESPN felt like that, they could have gave her own little segment. Instead of taking Rachel's, they could have gave her a Maria Taylor segment. Mm-hmm. But if you peep what ESPN did, they snatched Rachel Nichols off completely. And what they do, they replaced her with a black woman. Mm-hmm. So it's like they trying a little too hard. Right. They trying to, they putting on a big old show for the world to see with no substance behind.
Well, I mean, before y'all go on, listen to everybody that's watching. Do us a favor, show some support, like, comment, share, subscribe. Now, y'all keep on going.
Y'all know that this happened last year, right?
Yeah.
It happened last year.
This happened in the bubble. And this was released. And that's the question that I want to say. Why nobody talking about who released this audio?
That's what I was going to say as well.
It was actually the technology that they were using while she was on set last year.
Who released it?
Who released it? Oh, I don't know.
ESPN employee, but keep going.
Somebody being messy.
Did Maria Taylor get the bubble? She did the bubble last year?
No,
who got the interviews last year?
That was Rachel Nichols.
Rachel Nichols. So they gave the finals this year to Maria Taylor when it should have been for Rachel. That's what the conversation was about because they planned this stuff a year ahead. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, okay.
They planned this stuff years in ahead of who's going to do what. And Rachel was supposed to do this finals, but like everybody said, because of the George Floyd thing and the Black Lives Matter thing, and I don't know if any of y'all saw it, Maria Taylor was on First Take or something, and she went off about this whole Black Lives Matter thing, which she shouldn't have done that. Didn't see no point of why you doing that on TV. But I believe, this is my opinion, I believe ESPN took way of that, and like everybody said, they put a black woman in the position to try and fix things, which that was wrong. That was wrong. I listened to the audio too, because I didn't listen. Actually, I listened to the audio like 2 days ago. I saw it on Facebook, and I was like, "What did Rachel? I like Rachel Nichols. What did she do? You know what I'm saying?" So I finally listened to it, and I'm like, "What did she say wrong?" All I see down my timeline is, "Oh, she shouldn't have done this. Oh, she should be fired." Like, what are y'all upset about? Because she's talking about ESPN. She ain't talking about Maria. She ain't talking about Maria at all. She, like everybody said, she's congratulating her. She hopes she does well in everything she do. But this isn't directed towards Maria. This is directed towards ESPN. And ESPN did me bogus. You know what I'm saying? They like Telly said, they put me on a contract. I was already scheduled to do this. Why are you changing stuff up now? Why are you taking my bag? Why are you taking my bag and giving it to somebody else? Black, white, Hispanic, I don't care who you is. Why are you taking my bag and giving it to somebody else?
So I guess the bigger question is why do we think, or why did these people think that this was a racial thing?
That's
because they ain't got friends like Coach A in their life.
It's race baiting.
When I first heard it, like honestly, I wanted to say the same thing, but then I watched it and I heard it again, and at that point I was like, this lady ain't did nothing wrong, but I don't even know where my thought was coming from. That
I can tell you where it came from. I can tell you where it came from. That's it, sir. It came from the pressure of society, the whole temperament of the world. That's where it came from. You can't
see, but
escape
when I first heard it, it was my wife told me about it, and we was in the car. That's what I'm saying. Like I didn't hear it from like Facebook or anything before then.
But what I'm telling you is, you ain't been living under a rock. You've been watching and paying attention to what's been going on throughout the whole last year and continue spilling over this year. And so that stuff is in there. And so the minute something comes up, that's the trigger, like, oh, okay, this is another event. And so if you don't really step back and think for yourself like you did, you said you looked at it again and be like, no, I don't understand. This don't match up. You see what I'm saying? But just think the majority of the people, they don't have that type of self-control over their emotions or over their thoughts, where they think and be like, you know what, Coach, let me really think about what's going on. Go ahead.
Like Jimmy just said, and I think we should cap it off with this, is overly sensitive black people. That's what it is. Overly sensitive black people. Black people take stuff to the extreme when it don't even got to be all that. You know what I'm saying? That situation, for one, it shouldn't have been leaked. That's a private conversation. It shouldn't have been leaked. For two, because it has leaked, of course, people are talking about it. But if you really listen to the contents of that conversation, it had nothing to do with race. It had nothing to do with race. But like Coach say, because of what's going on in society, we all don't live under rocks. Because of what's going on in society, that's the first thing everybody thinks about.
You can take probably all the incidents that happened just about last year, and you can take race out of the majority of them.
Right.
There's very few of them that's actually can really be tied to a racial thing, but they all get labeled for that. If a person gets shot, he put a gun and he shouldn't have had a gun, and the officer was scared and he gets shot, he's racist. We've been dealing with this for so long, so we shouldn't be surprised that, you know, whenever some BS come up, that there's a race bait or somebody put that down, like, yo, let's put this in our repertoire. You know, you just have to be control. You just have to be careful, because that's how people get controlled. You get controlled through your emotions and stuff, and you don't even know it. You just think you being yourself, but actually you floating along with everybody else.
Exactly.
We even talking about it. Just the fact that we talking about it. This happened a year ago, right? People can control us that much that they say, okay, I'm gonna put this out around the finals time and get everybody talking about it again. And guess what? We just fall in line. It just never fails. That's how we get controlled.
Yes, sir.
Well, it's not much. Let me tell you, it's not overly sensitive. We do have some overly sensitive black folks. I ain't gonna even lie.
Don't hold you.
But you know, it stems from when your mind first jumps to that. You got to look at the history, not just in the past 5 years. We talking about just over a period of time. You get conditioned. You can be conditioned to see something and be like, there you go, because it happens so much. I mean, we don't have the resources, right, you know, to gather up all the cases and then look at the data. I always say data. You can see a pattern in things. And we've seen this pattern so much that, you know, it's embedded in us. So now when we see a case, like this one, people, oh man, it's a race thing. No, you got to step back, look at everything, and you can cut it up and be like, you know what? Just like what Nick said at first when he first heard it, his mind was, he went off, and then when he took a step back and read, and heard it and re-examined, he like, oh,
he put a LeBron.
We ain't gonna talk about him anyway. He said, I know the man ain't done nothing in months, and we still talking about whatever.
He all of a sudden just popped back in the screen when LeBron name is mentioned.
I know, just popped up like the Undertaker on us. Like he just came out of nowhere.
I heard y'all talking about the GOAT. I was like, oh, that's my cue to come back.
Goat,
man. We is not gonna get off on that.
Yeah,
we're gonna stop that GOAT conversation. He stopped that when he got bounced in the first round. We ain't talking about that.
Telly, remember who controls the mute?
I'm just saying, I'd rather talk about Giannis and CP3 this day moment.
Yeah.
This day moment.
I guess it's a transitional conversation.
All right, so with that being said, everybody, make sure you tune in next Saturday. We have a great topic for you guys. Listen.
Is he ending the show?
Listen, make sure you tune in next Saturday. If anybody want to join, please join. Of course, we're going to have an open forum if we have enough time. But next Saturday, we're going to be talking about something great and awesome. Listen, to all our history buffs out there, listen, go back. We want to talk about all of the Black Wall Streets. I know we're late. I know that was back in June, but it's something that we wanted to speak about. Go back. Let's do some research. Let's find out. I thought we found out there's more than one Black Wall Street. Let's find out where they were, how everything was going, and let's talk about it. Let's have a discussion.
Jimbo, you have been on point today, bro.
I tell you what. If we were to start a second Black Wall Street, I tell you who'd be the starter. That would be LeBron James. Boy, he'd be the first one.
Nah, LeBron. I love LeBron James, but he wouldn't be the starter because he be bull job.
He put some money behind it though. Like he started that black school, Black Wall Street. That boy be up there.
Jalen Rose started the school before LeBron James. Don't forget.
Yeah, thank you.
But Michael Jordan never started a school, just prisons.
Wrong, Michael Jordan.
Yep. And Michael Jordan is their GOAT, right?
Wait a minute. First of all, stop spreading lies. Y'all know that it was the Michael Jordan. They showed the picture. The Michael Jordan that started the prisons was white. Stop spreading lies. Stop spreading lies. But now y'all pushing false narrative.
But your GOAT showed up through some money and that'll fund it though.
Man, Michael Jordan started Boys and Girls Clubs. Stop playing, man. Yo, the man just opened up a free clinic. Man, just go. Man, don't get me started.
You know what? Drip. We're not gonna get you started. Y'all have a great day.
They wasn't worried about me last year. When the cashier sent me to my car when I came short, now I got the game torn. They either hate it or love it. Slim chances on advances, I just balanced the budget. Fuck it, free my niggas on my Harriet Tubman. They said I'd never be the greatest, that's a scary assumption. But now I'm buzzing like the last shot. Got these lames tired, old niggas about to pass out.